The Carpenters started one of the first mega churches in South Carolina. We've seen them publicly go through tough times, and now they're expanding their ministry on the West Coast. Through it all, they say faith is what brought them through everything. In this final installment of this Following Faith series, Fox Carolina's Jennifer Phillips asked the Carpenters if they regret leaving Greenville and if they have advice for their successor, Pastor John Gray.
From 1991 to 2017, the Carpenters' vision of redemption, stenciled on plywood, became a megachurch in Greenville. And the two co-founders say they also found redemption through God.
My faith is the thing that grounds me to who I am and what I really believe.
And in December 2017, the Carpenters made an announcement.
Will be mine and Hope's last Sunday.
After more than 26 years, the pastors told the congregation they would move to Northern California. They say it's the hardest thing they've ever done, but believed the time had come.
We just didn't have church. We served this city. We cleaned up parks. We fed the homeless. We clothed people. I mean, we built subdivisions for single moms. We did a ton of community involvement, and we broke that racial barrier.
Pastor Ron Carpenter says they didn't leave because of a scandal or financial troubles. They say their new calling is for them to do in San Jose what they did in Greenville through God.
Even the year that we left was our greatest statistical year ever in history.
Pastor Carpenter says when they made their decision, he prayed and then called Pastor John Gray, an associate pastor at the time at Lakewood Church in Houston, where Joel Osteen is senior pastor.
God meant for good.
Gray also has a reality TV show, The Book of John Gray, on OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network.
I don't have the platform Pastor John has. He lives in a big world. The bigger your world, then the more opinionated your world.
Recently, Pastor Gray received praise for allowing church members at what's now known as Relentless to get money from donation plates if they needed it. However, praise would quickly turn to backlash when he bought his wife an anniversary gift, a $200,000 Lamborghini.
A lot of people don't know the man, so they judge what they hear or read has happened. They read a highlight reel, and they define a man's character by a moment on a highlight reel, and that's a sad time we live in.
The Carpenters say they understand the perception because it's also difficult for some to understand Pastor John Gray's ministry stretches beyond church walls.
I believe we're supposed to be blessed and prospered. And if Pastor John has been graced to have all these other revenue streams coming in outside of church, then I think the people are to celebrate that.
They say they've had similar scrutiny about their lives.
Be very careful and God-fearing with your own life. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't have time to judge anybody else.
The Carpenters are now co-pastors at the former Jubilee Christian Center in San Jose, California. And when they left Greenville, they took the name Redemption with them. And now the church's name is Bay Area Redemption.
All I've been told now is how this cannot be done where I am now. Well, I was told that same thing 27 years ago, over and over and over.
The Carpenters say most members at Bay Area Redemption are Hispanic or Asian, and many who live in the area who work in Silicon Valley bring their different beliefs with them, which is very different from the South, where there's a church on just about every corner. But Pastor Hope Carpenter says the ministry's foundation is the same.
We are just loving people, and we are doing it just like we did in Greenville. Some of the methods are different because it's a different culture, but we just know that love never fails.
And because of that, they say the congregation is growing, and they're getting to know their members and neighbors well.
We broke down the stuffy atmosphere, and before it was over, everybody's inviting us to their house because we became a student of their life.
The church has 2,500 members. The Carpenters say they're grateful for their past, the highs and the lows, and are excited about the future of God's plan.
So I don't represent right and left. I represent the kingdom, and the kingdom's bigger than all this.
No matter what goes on in your life, you got to know Jesus, because hard times come to all of us, the good, the bad, the righteous, the unrighteous. And if you don't have a strong foundation and you are not anchored, you will not make it. And that's what faith means to me.
I thought my greatest sermon was going to be preached with my mouth, but I think it's going to be preached with my life.
Jennifer Phillips, Fox Carolina News.